Happy rising, friends. How is your day going? How are you feeling? How are you sleeping? This class is specifically designed for a little bit more chill time, a little bit more refueling and recharging. We're going to stay low to the floor for the most part and really get our cup filled right back up. If you need to come straight down onto your back, go ahead and do that, but let's start otherwise seated just for a moment, just so our base of our spines can really connect to Mother Earth here. With those hips really heavy, the legs are heavy and not tense. Allow the heart and the crown chakra to reach up towards the heavens, rolling the shoulders up and back, releasing space for the heart to express. With this posture, find some deep breathing, inviting the eyes to soften or close. As you start to find more attention to the breath, start to deepen it, inviting in a little bit more oxygen. Noticing where the mind is, where the thoughts lie at the moment. When you're ready, inhale the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, palms touch, hands to heart center, relaxing face and shoulders on the way down. We'll do this a few more times. Inhale, warming up the body slightly, and exhale. One more time, scoop up all the goodness of the day and seal it up into ourselves, right down into our heart center. Beautiful. Right here, bowing the head. Decide if you want a intention set for your practice, or maybe you just want to be present and notice what happens along the way. Right here with our final breath, take a big inhale in through the nostrils, fill up the belly space. Sealed lips, exhale. Great. Starting to open the eyes if they're closed. The fingertips can flicker, the wrists can roll out. We'll make our way onto our backs now. Rolling onto our backs, right away, the legs will come up into the sky. Yes, reaching those heels towards the sky, even if that means a more generous bend in the knee is needed, that's totally fine. Try flexing the toes towards your knees and relax everything else. The hands can touch some part of your body or just stay on the earth beside you. Find some ease in the face. Kicking through those heels, maybe just a little bit taller. As we find focus on the breath once again. Take a nice big inhale. Filling up the belly before releasing the exhale. Now if you're next to a wall, it might feel good to lay the legs on a wall, but if you don't have one nearby, invisible up the wall pose will do just fine. You can start to play with the feet, just a little bit of movement in the ankles. Oh yeah, flexing, pointing. Just checking out, how does that feel? What pulls and tugs and warms up as we move like this? So nice. And slowly bring those feet together and draw them towards the body, kind of like a bound angle pose, but reclined. So grabbing onto ankles, feet, shins, knees, and just feel how this assists the low back getting real flush against the earth. Opening up through the hips here, take a few deep breaths. With every exhale, just melt back into the floor. Let's take one more full round right here. It feels so good. Big belly in and gently release. Using our hands maybe to help the knees come back together, we'll extend both legs out in front of us into our Shavasana pose. A little bit of a rebel doing this in the middle of class, right? If it feels good, you can press your elbows into the earth so you can pick up your heart space and tuck the shoulder blades underneath it a little bit more. Whatever you need to find ease, never wait for permission to do that as we just invite stillness into our being, into our whole bodies. And as it might feel really nice and relaxing to find this stillness, still focus on the breath. Watching the belly button lift up towards the sky as it expands, breathing in. And notice the floating back down as the air releases. This connection right here. Low belly, honest, long, soothing inhales and exhales. This gift of life. This gift of breath. How does it feel in your body? Every single person is different. Ask yourself, how are you feeling, self? If you need more rest, you'll stay right here for as long as you need to. If you're ready to move on, you'll just slowly start to bend the right knee, the sole of the foot to the floor, and the left leg will come up towards the sky. So we kind of been here before. So we're kicking that left heel up towards the sky. Now you can decide if that right leg wants to stay here or straighten. It's up to you. Just spending some time here, feeling the length from the left heel to the left hip get longer. You might bring your hands behind your thigh. Sending some deep breaths into whatever sensation you're feeling. Relax the shoulders, relax the face, relax the grip that's not needed. Still filling up the belly space with that beautiful life force. Holding here, just sustaining. Slowly start to put a bend in that knee. Maybe the hands come on top of it as it compresses towards the body. We will straighten the right leg now so that we can bring that knee over to the right side floor. Now the knee might not touch the floor, it might come to a pillow or stay floating. But if it's all right in the neck, the chin turns towards the left shoulder, getting a full spinal twist, a full release here. Nice big inhales and exhales. When we're twisting the body, we're cleansing it like a dish rag full of all this stuff from cleaning, making our kitchens beautiful. When it's all full, we bring it out. That's the first thing. So this is what we're doing here. Inviting the old, the unserving to just wash out of us, twisting through the core. Nice. One more inhale. And as you exhale gently, come right back into your Shavasana. Letting those legs come out wide. Don't be afraid to take up a lot of space with the limbs. Melt right back down. Knowing that it's totally wonderful to take breaks in between the effort, on and off the mat. Deciding if it's time for effort, the right leg will lift up towards the sky. Decide if that left knee stays bent or straight. The hands can become behind the right thigh, the right heel into the sky. Ooh, that rhymed. Take a nice long inhale here. Pushing, stamping that foot into the ceiling. Exhale. Great. Even as we move, the breath remains smooth and calm and unwavering. That knee will start to bend towards the body. Feeling that fold, that compression there. Before straightening the left leg and pulling over to the left. Twist. Oh yeah, maybe you look past your right shoulder. Just enjoy the twist. Once you get there, release the hold, release the extra grip. And just let things go. Falling into it, just surrender. Now check this out. As we come back up towards center, that right ankle was going to find the left knee for figure 4. So coming right down onto your back, nice and flat again. Pushing the right knee away. Notice if that turning of the leg, if this feeling is enough. It might be. Maybe your left foot comes to a block or a pillow, a little lifted. Maybe it floats. Flexing the feet towards the knees, decide where along this path feels so honest and good and yummy to you. And if the hands want to come behind that left thigh. Now holding here, not pushing too hard. We want to go maybe, I dare say, 50 to 70% of your edge. And then with time and grace and gravity, just slowly, with every exhale, get deeper and deeper. We want time to do the work here and not force. Yeah. To invite a little bit more intuition, a little bit more turning inward, close your eyes. Invite that breath in. As you breathe, the belly might even press into all of your limbs. Stay holding right here. You might invite your intention back into the forefront of your mind. Getting into this part of the body that holds a lot of memories and a lot of feelings, a lot of triggers maybe. Just notice what you feel, what's maybe releasing, what's coming up, and use the breath to cleanse it, to guide it where it needs to go. Lovely. This right foot will come to the floor on your left into a little twist. So it's kind of like this pretzel leg twist. If this doesn't feel good, you can always just stack the knees for universal twist. Supine twist. If you're here and this feels good, you might play with the right hand reaching for the left toes. It's kind of playful, but there's no pressure. Whatever variation has called to you, just relish right there. Let the whole breath consume your body, filling up every corner of it. We'll be here for one more breath. It's a beautiful day to breathe. Okay, we're going to come right back up to center, knees to chest, okay? Rolling left to right. The low back is against Mother Earth. Ooh, yes, feels so, so good. Dropping the right foot, the left ankle finds the right knee. The left knee pushes away, just checking in first that this is indeed okay. Then raising the right leg to suit our journey, and right when you feel it feels a gentle discomforting stretch, tension, stay there, not pushing too far. And little by little, then you'll start to pull towards the body. Now right here, notice if the face got tight, if the shoulders were tense, if the hands are just gripping too hard. Notice what happens, your responses. Notice if any breath or ease can be invited to this experience right now. Breathing so deeply. This is the kind of posture we could be in for a very long time because we want it so subtle, so gentle, that we get a lot farther than we would if we would just push it. So if you want to stay, you're more than welcome to. But this top leg will come over to the right this time. Decide if this pretzel leg is really fun or if stacking the knees instead would be better. If you're pretzel legging it, the left hands might find the right toe somewhere. And just enjoy your time on the mat. Nice big inhales. Even when we're silly, exhale. Stay here for 2 more breaths, calling in our intention or purpose here. Lovely. We'll start to unwind. Come back onto our backs one more time. Let the limbs come out wide. Reach the hands overhead, the feet far away from the hands, and just take a big stretch. Big inhale, you might even yawn. And then slowly turn onto your belly. Yeah, once you get there, press your hips up and back. Very gentle, very slow. We're going to find a supported child's pose. So grabbing your pillows, you can grab the whole couch cushions. You can grab all your fluffy jackets or sweaters. You can grab your cat or your dog in the room. But inviting some support, some cushion love to the body, maybe underneath the chest or maybe behind the legs. Find a child's pose facing the ground that feels good. Feels so supportive. Invite breath in between every vertebrae from the crown of your head to the base of your spine, cleansing out all the tension, compression there. It's beautiful, beautiful posture, extremely grounding. While you're here, I'm going to play you a few sounds on the bowls, just so you can rest. Let the vibrations wash over you and just assist in your healing. One cheek, go ahead and switch sides just for balance. Melting down as heavy as you can into this posture, just surrendering. Noticing any grip in the body and just releasing. Just for a few more moments. Start to deepen the breath just a little bit more, just to call us back into awareness. Again, honoring and taking breaks in between the effort. If it's your time, go ahead and remove your props and tuck your toes and come to sit onto your heels for just a moment. This can be very deep, so if you need to sit on blocks or books or just skip this altogether, go for it. But while you're here, pull the heart forward, shoulders pull back. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Awesome. Bringing the hands right towards the knees, just enough to brace up and back into a squat. So I'm here in a toe squat. Your legs can be farther apart, feet farther apart or closer. But play with leaning forward. This is going to externally rotate the hips just like that reclined bound angle earlier. Releasing the low back here, the head if it feels safe in the neck. And just enjoy this experience right here. Beautiful. The hands can come right in front of the feet and pull those hips up for a forward fold. Nice. Now the feet can come a little bit wider to give a little bit more ease, a little bit more room. And as always, nice bent legs are more than welcome. In time, maybe another lifetime, they'll straighten, and that's perfectly fine. If it feels okay to you, you can sway here. The hands can come to opposite elbows. Just see if the crown of the head can reach towards the earth and just hang there, hanging loose. So there's no holding, there's no tension. Deciding where you want to play with forward fold. So there's this pose right here is really cool. Slowing down that nervous system. Telling the body it's safe and it's alright. We'll take one more inhale here, really reaching the hips up towards the sky. Get that stretch behind the legs. And exhale. As we inhale, come right back down onto all fours, and we'll start our own rounds of cat-cow. Breathing in, the belly button reaches down. And exhale, rounding through the spine. So doing this really gently at first, like we're asking permission with the body. Hey, how are you feeling? Where are you hurting? Where is tension stuck? Where is joy found? And the only way that we can communicate is through movement and awareness. So if that calls for different shapes, winding, twisting, turning, doing moves that don't make sense or have names, we never need permission. Go ahead. Just trying to move with the breath, honoring the two together. Beautiful. If we're doing something on one side, go ahead and do the other side so we can have balance. We'll be here for about 3 more long breaths, in and out. We're going to take that left ankle, foot, and bring it in between the hands. Even if you need to grab the foot itself to get it there, don't feel like you need to swing it there. It's okay. So here we are right here, nice and low. If you need blocks, books, now's the perfect time. If Mother Earth just seems a little too far away, we'll plant the right hand, the left hand reaches up towards the sky, stacking the shoulders. Taking a big inhale here, pulling the heart forward, release, opening up this brave space. Take one more breath right here. And as you exhale, come back to center and pull those hips back. Now here is probably one of the best times to bring blocks, so we're not rounding through the back, but in fact, there we go, aligning it by heightening the space between you and the surface underneath you. Now we're pulling back that left leg, a slight bend in the knee, toes point up. You want the right hip pulling forward, the left hip pulling back, a genuine connection between the heel and that hip. We'll be here for a few moments, so if you feel it's okay to fold after this articulation, then let's go ahead and do that. So we find some release in the neck. Find your zen here. Find your lighthouse light navigating you. Find out what needs to be worked through or discovered so you can fill your cup right here. We'll be holding here for about 5 more breaths. So if you feel like you need to ease off or do something different, you can always change it up. Falling into stillness, melt back down right here. Such a yummy feeling right here. When you're ready, start to walk your hands slowly forward and then Both hands inside the left leg so it can come out to the left a little bit more, setting it for lizard pose now. Yes, if you need blocks under the hands or blocks under forearms, if you can lay all the way down, good for you. But maybe dropping the head once you found a really nice spot that's not too deep yet. Especially here, not to sink the hips too much and just let time, compassion, and gravity work together in harmony. Opening up through this part of the body. Just lying right back down in your lizard pose. We'll be here for about 5 deep breaths. So to assist, I want everyone to exhale fully. And on your next inhale, count to 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2. Fill up. 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue that deep breath cycle, but make it your own. If you'd like to add on from this posture, plant that right hand down again. The left hand will reach up. You can stay here, or the back hand can flirt with the back foot. Maybe the foot flirts back. Maybe they touch. Maybe you have a sweater or belt to wrap around the foot instead. Just err on the side of ease and compassion when making these choices for ourselves. Invite in deep belly breathing here, making it the priority. One more deep breath. Releasing the foot if you have it, shifting the hips back, keeping the feet where they are. Half splits, it's kind of like at a diagonal though. So hold here. Getting into a different part of the leg. Pull the left hip back. There it goes. Stay strong. We'll be here for one more inhale. One more exhale. Walking the hands forward, but stay in either of these postures if it feels good to you. Tuck the back toes. You can come to all fours or downward facing dog. Shake out some of that tension. You might bring attention to the difference between each side of the body. Yeah, before and after feelings. The right foot will make its way in between the hands, leaning forward. Pulling the heart forward, the shoulders back, the left hand plants down, the right hand lifts up. Pulling the heart forward and out. Let it lead the way, not the brain right now. Invite that breath in, opening up through the left front hips. Nice. When it's time, exhale. We'll pull those hips back, half splits. Now on one side is going to be very different than the other for most bodies, so be gentle if this is maybe your tighter side. That right hip pulls back, keep it really genuine, the heart forward. Making sure there's a little bend in the knee to protect the knee. We'll stay here. So if you feel like you can't sustain this for, say, 2 minutes, although it won't be that long, it might mean we need a little bit more ease. So just back off a little bit more. Just see what you notice on this journey. Walking the hands forward. We'll bring both hands inside the right leg so it can work its way over to the right lizard pose. Sinking the hips down, but not to their full range capacity, so we have some wiggle room to explore and grow. Breathing deeply, hold here. Notice the openness in the legs, in the groin, in between the thighs. But also notice the strength in the holding, maybe in the arms, in the standing foot. This beautiful mixture of hold and release. The heart of yin. Check in with the breath that it's full and deep and slow. And decide if the right hand wants to come behind to reach for the back foot. Yeah, staying right there, or the foot can reach back. Making sure that this is a very serving action as we change variations. Really honoring where we are. Take a nice big breath here. And exhale, pulling the hips back, diagonal half splits. Right hip pulls back in space. Left hip pulls forward, stretch. I want you to bring that breath to the back of the leg like a messenger, like here you go, here's some cleansing. And that exhale expels out all the negative energy or things or lessons no longer serving us. Sometimes we need to go through difficulties. It's part of being a human. And, the yogi tradition definitely thinks we're here for a purpose. And sometimes that comes with hardships. But sometimes we hold on to those hardships past their due date. So the ones that we don't need, sigh them out. And here for one more breath. And as you exhale, come back forward into your lizard lunge. You can come into your downward facing dog, take a vinyasa, or meet us on the bum into a Sukhasana pose. Yes. In our Sukhasana, we can lean forward all the way. You can decide to bring your head to some blocks, books, a pillow, maybe just your hands, and lean forward. Relaxing the muscles of the face and the neck. Just surrender into this moment. Where do you feel the stretch? Where might you need more support? Once the body is aligned and fully in its version of this posture, then call attention to the intention for your class and match it with the breath. These feel so good. You can stay here so long. Crossing sides when it's time, lean forward. Notice the difference and honor it. Laying all the way back down. Continue to invite deep breaths in, even though it's kind of compressed right here through the body, all folded up. See if you can fill the belly space just as much as when it's fully released and unbound. And begin to walk your hands towards your body upright and come to lie down on your back one last time. Bringing the feet back into the air. Those peace fingers will send out some love to somebody out there before maybe finding your toes, or you can grab anywhere along the legs for happy baby. The knees come in towards the armpits and the floor, but again, invite some lightness, some playtime here, making shapes that don't make sense, just keeping the tailbone flat and not pushing too far. Maybe take a smile, maybe you're tearful, maybe you're feeling neutral. Wherever you are right now in this moment, take a deep breath and sigh it out. Using the hands to pull the knees together in towards the chest, rocking side to side a few more times. When it's time, release the limbs out wide, setting up for Shavasana. You can bring pillows underneath the knees or the heart space. You can cover the eyes, but melting back down into Mother Earth. Let her support you now. Let her embrace you. Just release the effort. Let all that fill your cup right back up. Start to smooth out the breath. And notice as you grow calmer and calmer, it might even grow shallow. Allowing the mind to stay focused on your intention set for class. I'll leave you here to enjoy your meditative rest, your Shavasana. From my heart to yours, I wish you so much peace and wellness. Stay light. Namaste, everyone.